Good afternoon on this day, the 30th day of October rather, the year being 2023, 1 minute to the top of the hour. East African time to bring you up to speed on what has been taking shape. Remember, we have been keeping tabs on matters, the kickoff of KCPE and KPSEA, and also the ongoing KCSE. Those details and much more here on TV 47 News Now. But first, the highlights. A Standard 8 candidate is writing her exam in Lodwar Referral Hospital after giving birth to a baby boy.
Who is a KCPE candidate doing her exams.
KDF officers are manning exams at Kipindasum in Baringo County.
Kando na kuchunga shule, kuna zile operation ambazo zimekuwekwa.
The area is believed to be hideouts for the armed criminals who normally stage attacks. President Ruto launches Kenya's first smartphone assembling plant in Machakos, the phone to aid in dispensing government services. Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Moige William and this is TV 47 News Now. TV 47 News Now starts now. All right, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has said the government will be looking into ways of increasing public primary and secondary schools to ease the pressure being subjected to parents who cannot afford private school fees. Mudavadi, who was speaking at St. George's Primary School here in Nairobi County during the monitoring of KCPE and KPSEA examinations, noted that striking a balance between the public and the private sector will help improve the standards of education in the country, lauding the education stakeholders that have been involved in the preparation and administering of the 2023 national examinations. Mudavadi said these year's exams must uphold the highest standards of integrity and the results should give a reflection that is beyond reproach. A total of 1,202,574 candidates are sitting for KPSEA and 1,415,315 are sitting for KCPE.
Listening to Mr. Barongo and also seeing what has been done, you can imagine the kind of logistics that they go through. It's not a simple matter. It's not a simple matter. In fact, if you look at it, the logistics that the teachers go through to make sure that all these exams are everywhere for these young people. Just maybe the other institution that you can mirror is the logistics that the IEBC goes through. It's a very serious logistical undertaking. It's not simple at all. They have increased the containers, the exams are secure. When they collect them from the container, they're under security watch. They are brought to the institution. They finish, they are taken back again where they are kept for safe custody, again under security watch. Me coming here and the president being elsewhere and other leaders, we are actually partnering with the Department of Education to show that we all want the integrity of our exams to be upheld and to be beyond reproach.
Elsewhere, our Standard 8 pupil from Nakwemekwi Primary School in Turkana County is doing the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education examinations while still in hospital after giving birth last week. According to the director of Lodwar Referral Hospital, Joseph Epem, the 17-year-old candidate was admitted to the hospital for 1 week and is currently continuing with her examination after giving birth to a baby boy. Dr. Ipem has urged the Ministry of Education together with the Ministry of Interior arrest culprits who impregnate school-going girls.
Okay, my name is Dr. Ipem Joseph, and I'm the Director and CEO of Lodwar County Referral Hospital. I can confirm to you that we have one student, a 17-year-old, who is a KCPE candidate doing her exams in the hospital at the maternity. This is because the candidate was defiled because she's an underage, and she has actually delivered a bouncing baby boy, and She has just started her exams today in our facility. She's a resident of Ludo Town. And recently we have seen very many cases of underage. The perpetrators must be punished so that we reduce the cases of underage pregnancies.
All right, either way, all the very best to her and to the other candidates who are sitting for the different exams, KCPE, KPSEA, and also KCSE. Still on matters examinations, Member of Parliament for Embakasi South, Musili Mawathe, Monday morning witnessed the opening of containers with exam papers for both KCPE and KPSEA candidates at Embakasi, that is at Embakasi Assistant County Commissioner's Office in Imara Daima. The legislator wished all the candidates success as they embark on the exams. Kenya's primary school examination season begins this week with a test for both levels beginning today and ending on November 1st, this year being 2023. Also, the KCSE exams will begin on October 23rd, 2023 and to end on November 24th, 2023. That is according to the Kenya National Examination Council, or rather NEC.
Ni vizuri kuwa na facilities kama tulojenga hapa hivi, ndio at least decentralize mtihani, ndio mtihani usitoke mbali. Mimi nataka kuwatakia wanafunzi wote kila laheri ambao wanaofanya mtihani siku ya leo. Nyinyi ndio darasa la mwisho kufanya mtihani wa KCPE, na mkitahidi na uhakika kwamba kama nilivyofanya la mwaka jana Embakasi tutakuwa na performance nzuri, tutainua performance countrywide. I have faith in wanafunzi wetu na pia walimu wenyu. Najua mmeandaa wanafunzi vizuri. Kwa hivyo kwa hayo mengi mimi nawatakia kila laheri.
All right, with our eyes across all the 47 counties, let us move to another area where a total of 41,473 students are currently taking the KCPE exam, while 31,473 students are taking the 6th grade exam, that is the Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, KPSEA rather, and among these hopeful students are 53 adult students in Machakos County. Earlier today, the Secretary in the Ministry of Education and Research, that is Beatrice Muganda Inyangala, led the exercise of opening the exam containers and distributing the test papers in Machakos, where she affirmed that no hitches could derail the examination process. In addition, Inyangala, together with other government leaders, visited Machakos Primary School, St. Mary's Primary School, and Machakos School for the Deaf in Machakos to assess how the exercise is being conducted.
Provide oversight on the examinations that are proposed today, both for KCPE and KPSEA. We started off at 6 a.m. All the center leaders came and collected the papers for KCPE and KPSEA. There was no incident. It went very smoothly. Then after that, we are walking around to see how the
All right, to another county, still on matters examinations, school heads and principals in Murang'a County have been cautioned to keep off national examination centers. Murang'a County Director of Education, Ann Kiilu, has said the school heads and principals are not supposed to be near the centers during the administration of exams, which kicked off Monday morning. Father Kiilu said presence of the school heads and principals at the centers may compromise credibility of the examination, saying it's better for those not required at the examination centers to keep off.
Wanafunzi wametayarishwa na wanajua. Tafadhali tusi-interfere na mtihani wao, kwa sababu tunataka matokeo yakitangazwa na NEC, kila mwanafunzi apate haki yake, na haki yake ni kupata matokeo yake. Tusije tukapata any cancellations, kwa sababu unaweza imagine cancellation ya standard 8 na kuna nyingine, itakuwa ni vibaya. Nina imani kwamba hao watoto watafanya vizuri, kwa sababu nimetembea mashule, nimeongea nao na wako tayari kabisa.
Tumepeana mitihani kwa center managers na security ambao watafikisha kule kwa mashule, na baada ya mtihani watarudisha hiyo mitihani, itarudi tu hapa ili tuweze kupanga vile itaweza kwenda kule Nairobi.
Sisi kama polisi tumejiandaa kwa sababu ya kuhakikisha kwamba
huu mtihani umelindwa vizuri, na pia ningependa kutoa onyo kwa mtu yeyote yule ambaye anaweza kuwa anapanga ama yule ambaye anaweza jihusisha na mambo ambayo yataweza kuonekana ni kama mtu anataka labda huu mtihani uibiwe ama mtihani usije ukafanywa kwa njia inayofaa. Mtu yeyote yule ambaye atafanya uhalifu wowote wakati huu wa huu mtihani ambao umeanza, tutaweza kuchukulia hatua kali.
All right, those are sights and sounds from Murang'a, specifically the central region. Now let us shift our focus to the North Rift region, what has been taking shape there, where the Kenya Certificate for Primary Education, KCPE, and Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, that is KPSEA rather, 2023 exam distribution kicked off well in West Pokot County, apart from Sigor area where transportation was affected due to heavy rainfall pounding the area. The county security team, led by West Pokot County Commissioner Wycliffe Munanda, was present to supervise the exercise, noting that security has been beefed up in the whole county, especially in hotspot areas along the West Pokot, Turkana and Elgeyo Marakwet borders throughout the 3-day national examination period.
Mtihani wa KPSEA na KCPE, na katika kaunti idadi ya wanafunzi ambao wanafanya mtihani kwa sasa ni 22,457, ambapo kati yao 21,681 ni kutoka shule za umma na private schools ni 776. Katika centers tuna center 556 za KCPE na public na 44 za private. KPSEA tuna wanafunzi 28,775 na 2,029 ambao ni private. Idadi yao wote ni 21,804, na kwa idadi ya centers tuna
Munanda, Deputy County Commissioner West Pokot County. Pia siku ya leo hii shughuli itazinduliwa rasmi na County Commissioner. Kwa hivyo siku ya leo amenituma rasmi nimwakilishe kuzindua hii shughuli.
All right, let us put a comma on matters KCPE and KCSE, but much details in our subsequent bulletin. For now, let us shift gears. The government has officially launched the highly anticipated affordable cellular devices, but with a markup of more than 2,000 shillings. President William Ruto says the price of the first of its kind devices will eventually be reduced, but it is still much cheaper than smartphones in the market. The phones, which come in two varieties, are retailing at 7,499 and 7,999 shillings respectively. Telcos involved in the making of the mobile phones are now urging the government to provide subsidies to ensure the inclusion of all demographics.
We have also transformed the provision of public services by making it possible for Kenyans to access them online through their mobile devices. Community health, agricultural extension support, Hustler Fund, and the National Education Management Information System are not only the only services whose provision has been transformed by digitization and automation. The government has increased the number of public services accessible through digital services to over 13,000, freeing up the people to concentrate on their lives and livelihoods and go about their business without the necessity of queuing, the necessity of traveling to try and access government services. And I must congratulate the Ministry of ICT working with the Ministry of Interior for what they are doing around that space. I did agree with them. I gave them some timelines on where we needed to move. I think many people did not believe that it was possible to move government services substantially to be available on the digital space. We had only 320 government services a year ago. Today we have 13,000, and we are well on course in making sure that by the end of this year or shortly thereafter, all government services will be available online. Already, the digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. And the proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other manenos, as all of you know. We recognize that this digital transformation will be sustained by significantly reducing the cost of digital access throughout the country. This is why our digital superhighway strategy is critical for national socio-economic transformation. And in the first instance, we want Kenyans to access services efficiently through fast, secure, and affordable digital connectivity from the comfort of their homes and households.
All right, I think my producer Tony should acquire that phone, right? Anyway, let us again shift gears to a developing story that we're keeping tabs on. It is just hours as the country is expected to receive the royal family. King Charles III and Queen Camilla will be in the country for 4 days. Even as the royal family visit Kenya, the trip has elicited mixed reactions, with the Kenya Human Rights Commission demanding an apology from the United Kingdom concerning the atrocities committed to Kenyans during the colonial time. To more news, Kisii Governor Simba Arati has condemned the action by police officers from the General Service Unit who surrounded his offices located in the Gusii Sports Grounds. Arati, who showed his disappointment, said that sending off the police officers was aimed at slowing down his efforts in the fight against graft in the county. The governor is now calling on the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Professor Kithure Kindiki, not to allow a few people to misuse the police officers. Last week, on Friday, GSU officers stormed Boda Boda offices in Kisii town and closed their offices.
When I came in, I found that the police, they had strategically been positioned, the GSU, from all the way the gate to the far end. This is just misuse of GSU to intimidate, because there is no reason completely. The whole week the GSU have been around. I'm told from reliable sources there were recce squads after we launched the circle for Boda Boda in the municipality.
Mimi pamoja na kamati ya usalama ya county na sub counties tulielekea pale maofisi ya baadhi ya Boda Boda ambao walikuwa wamepewa na county government, sababu ya kwamba kuna malalamishi kutoka wananchi. Waendeshaji wa pikipiki wanasema ya kwamba mara pikipiki zao zinashikwa, zinapelekwa pale, mara wanachapwa. So leo asubuhi ndio tukaenda pale pamoja na DCI, maafisa wote wa serikali ambaye wa usalama. Tumeweza kufunga hizo ofisi na declare kwamba hapo inakuwa ni ile tunaita kwa kizungu scene of crime scene.
The Department Committee on Defense, Intelligence and Foreign Relations this morning vetted 2 of the remaining 23 persons nominated by the President to serve as ambassadors, high commissioners and permanent representative of the Republic. The 2 who appeared before the committee, Jeremy Laibuta, assigned to Khartoum, Sudan, and George Magoye, assigned to Djibouti. Members, under the direction of Nelson Koech, questioned the professional qualification and educational backgrounds of the nominees. The MPs also questioned the nominees about their wealth declaration, deferred income, outside obligations and tax status, in addition to asking if they had ever held any public position. The vetting continues. The vetting is expected to continue till Thursday, the 2nd of November, which is the date also to conclude the exercise.
We should be able to enable, as a region, and the players who are trying to broker peace in Sudan, to allow humanitarian access. And then from there, we can go to political settlement. And then number 4, maybe we can now start looking at the foundations for building lasting peace in Sudan. And then lastly, we can harness that to have a more stable, a more peaceful, stable, and secure region.
I am being nominated on account of my knowledge of this country, which you shall find as we converse further. I've worked in 7 of the 8 former provinces of this Republic of Kenya. I know this country intimately, and I am confident that I'm able to represent His Excellency the President and indeed the Republic of Kenya in any engagement outside of Kenya.
Away from that, 214 seafarers are beneficiaries of standards of training, certification and watchkeeping at the Bandari Maritime Academy in a scheme launched today by the Mombasa County Governor Abdul Somad Sharif Nasir. The beneficiaries of the Likoni Community Development Agreement Committee will therefore be able to seek employment after getting certified. The county government has also agreed to sponsor their medical cover, calling upon them to use their training and knowledge to promote the blue economy sector.
Haitosaidia ikiwa nimewapatia nafasi zote kisha ziwe zitachezewa. Haitosaidia katika 500, 5, 10 wakaharibu. Ni 5% na 10% ya wale ambao kwamba tayari tuliokuwa nao. Wakiharibu wao, itakuwa wameharibia mtaa mzima na constituency nzima na mji mzima wa Mombasa. Tuinueni uso wakati wa nyinyi kusoma, tuinueni uso wakati sisi tunawabeba, tuinueni uso wakati tayari mushaanza kufanya zile kazi. Tumeelewana, sio? Kwa hivyo sisi nadhani tumefanya upande wetu, sasa upande ni wenu. Hii mambo ya medical tutasimamia sisi wenyewe. Sitaki kusikia mtu aseme ya kwa nilikosa kazi kwa sababu sina medical.
Tunaahidi kutembea nanyi katika hii safari. Ni safari ya siku chache, lakini inapanda shuka zake. Tunawatakia kila laheri katika hii safari mnayoanza, na tutashirikiana pamoja na County Government of Mombasa kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba zile dreams zenu mmeweza kuachieve.
Now to sports news. 25 coaches earlier today embarked on earning their CAF A coaching course license, which is on its 2nd week after commencing earlier on. The course is part of FKF's initiative to ensure that there are more qualified coaches handling teams from grassroots to professional level. Reflecting on the benefits of the course towards improving the state of football, Coach Fred Ambani remarked on the importance of the course.
It's a plus to them, and it's a plus to the coaches and a plus to the nation. And what I will encourage them, let them do more and more, because the more they train the coaches, the more value they bring to our league. And that's what we've been lacking, and that's what we need most. And then I'm so happy because they are equally training our educators and making them at least to give us them the right information from our own. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Yeah, with the system they're putting in place that you have to have a certain license for you to coach a certain league. So it makes us know that we have to get these courses. Because for you to coach a Women Premier League or KPL, you have to be a license holder at the moment. So it gives us like an opportunity that we have to step up in our careers as coaches, that we have to acquire these licenses in order to be able to get these jobs. So it means that by getting this knowledge, we're going to impact the right knowledge to these players, to these teams, and then we got to get the right players to feed the national team.
Elsewhere, search for Kilifi County Football Club commences as Mongaro. All right, let me take that again. A search for the Kilifi County men and women football clubs has kicked off as Governor Gideon Mongaro launches Governor's Cup football tournament. The tournament will see 245 football clubs compete at the grassroots levels, with the best players recruited from the tournament getting employment opportunities, with the county government as the main objective of the tournament. That is will be of recruiting a men's and women's Kilifi County football teams. The Kilifi All-Stars that will in future represent the county in the Premier League level going forward. The tournament will run through to December 12th.
Kupitia mashindano haya tunalenga kuunda timu ya kaunti, na tunataka iwe na sura ya Kilifi nzima, iwe na wachezaji kutoka kila kona ya kaunti hii, wale wenye talanta, kuanzia Magarini, Malindi, Kilifi North, Kilifi South, Kaloleni, Rabai hadi Ganze. Ile timu itakayochaguliwa, serikali yangu inalenga kuwaajiri wote kazi katika timu ya kaunti ya Kilifi, na kupitia talanta vijana wetu wanaweza kupata ajira. Tunahitaji kuinua hadhi ya vijana wetu, na tayari tumeanza kukarabati viwanja tofauti katika maeneo yote bunge 7, na pale Kilifi tunajenga kiwanja cha watu 10,000 ambacho kitakuwa cha kisasa kama viwanja vya kimataifa.
Michael Kamau clocked 1 hour, 3 minutes and 58 seconds as he emerged as the winner of the inaugural University of Embu Endowment Half Marathon. Kamau toppled Kennedy Moher and Derek Shege finished second and third after clocking 1 hour, 4 minutes, 40 seconds and 1 hour, 4 minutes, 50 seconds respectively. In the women's category, Joyce Wanjogo finished first in a time of 1 hour, 17 minutes and 41 seconds, followed by Flomena Chepchirchir, who clocked 1 hour, 26 minutes, 55 seconds, and Nancy Githaiga.
Nimekuja kukibia, alafu ni yenda cross country, ni kujitayarisha kwenda cross country. Nifurahisha juu nimekibia vizuri. Hewa ilikuwa sawa, lakini najua next time nakibia vizuri.
Na kile tunataka kufanya mfano wa university ni tuokote pesa ambazo zitakuwa zikisaidia watoto wetu ambao wana uwezo wa kusoma, na alafu kuna fund nyingine ambayo inatengwa kando ya wakimbiaji au ya watu wa sports, na ndipo aswa tumesema tushikane na university vizuri, kwa sababu watu wote ambao watakuwa na talent aswa ya athletics watakuwa kisomea hapa university free, na wale wanajua katika Embu wanajua tuko na club yetu ya Embu High Altitude Club, ambapo mtoto ambaye hakuweza kuingia university anasoma free katika Embu College, na wale nao ni wazuri ambao kama tumepata watoto 3 hapa ambao wataingia Embu High School or All Saint High School na watasoma free.
3-0, just a bad day in office. All right, and on that note, we call it a wrap here on TV47 News Now, but more news in our subsequent bulletin, whereby at 7 p.m. my colleague Andrin Kilemi will be in with the Swahili News, and at 9, George Maringa will be stepping in with a daily report. But for now, I say goodbye. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. My name is Moige William. Good afternoon.